Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Anwar Youssef Dunbar. This is Big Discussions 76, Entertainment and Media. First of all, please like this video, please share it, and please subscribe to my channel. Well, this offering came to me literally within, or should I say the idea for this offering literally came to me within the last 2 days. Me and my brother, who I give a lot of credit for my YouTube journey, we were having a creative discussion on my birthday about YouTube content and specifically, whether it's better to create content that's, brand new and 100% unique, so to speak, or whether it's plausible and okay to discuss things that have been created before and things that are known, and so the question is, what's the value added for discussing a movie or a book that's been out for some time? What's the value added there? What is, who cares? And that's a very, very important question. And when I thought about it, I realized personality-wise, I'm a very thoughtful and reflective person, and I'm always rolling ideas around in my mind and thinking about what things really mean and thinking about the deeper messages. And I'm probably going to shoot another video on this topic over on my original channel where I discuss money and financial literacy in business and investing, and the fact that YouTube, for those who approach it like a business, it's a business. So there's probably going to be a longer, more in-depth version about the business behind this film and what it means over on that channel. But so I always think about what things mean and why things are important. And so I thought, okay, so you can do traditional movie reviews, where you're looking at the plot and the character arcs and the writing and the producer and the work of the director. And then you can also do, it's plausible to do retrospectives where you can just discuss the significance of a movie, a documentary, or a book, and that's content, and that's if it speaks to someone, then I think it's worth it. And so I set this channel up and I set this space up so that I would have that flexibility to do retrospectives, and not just traditional original reviews of content. So with that, I was driving around yesterday thinking about this discussion between me and my brother, and I thought about The Founder, the movie The Founder, which is a story, a true life story about the founder, well, the quote-unquote founder of McDonald's as we know it today, Ray Kroc. And so coincidentally, yesterday I did decide to go have lunch at McDonald's here in Western New York. I actually went to the Cheektowaga location. Those of you from Western New York know where that is, out in Walden. And I went to the drive-thru and I ordered what I thought was a number 9, which was the 2 cheeseburger meal. And when I got my food, I didn't check the bag when she handed it to me. And when I parked my car and got ready to dig in, I saw that there was only one sandwich in there. And so I ran in there and said, hey, you guys only gave me one sandwich. So the manager gave me another cheeseburger. And so I went back to my car and I realized, and I opened up that first sandwich and I realized it was a McChicken, or I think they call it today the crispy chicken. I used to work at McDonald's. That was one of my first jobs. And back then it was the McChicken. So it's not that they gave me only one cheeseburger for my number 9. they gave me someone else's McChicken value meal. So instead of running into McDonald's to get my other cheeseburger and swap the chicken sandwich out, I just ate the chicken sandwich and ate I just ate the extra cheeseburger and just called it a day. And the manager gave me an extra apple pie as well. So that's just a funny McDonald's story. And McDonald's actually was a fun job, as long as everyone was doing their work. And here at the Delavan Grider McDonald's in Buffalo, not everyone always did their work. So that made the job less fun. But in any case, The Founder. So I did not see The Founder at the movie theater when it first came out. This movie was released in 2016, so it's about 4 years old. Actually, no, looking at this on Wikipedia, it was released in January 2020. No, it was released on January 20th, 2017. So it's about 3 years old in terms of theatrical release. I actually saw it at home. My best friend, I was able to get one of those Fire Sticks from my best friend, and at that time there was a platform on my Fire Stick called Terium. And the beauty of Terium is that it was basically an unlimited library of any movie or TV series that you wanted to see, as long as there were up-to-date links in those databases. And so on any given sitting, you could sit and binge watch movies or TV shows of your choosing. And so one night I was flipping through looking for things to watch, and I think one of the popular films at that time was The Founder. And so I said, okay, I've been hearing about this. I know it's about the history of the McDonald's franchise and corporation. So I'm just going to look at it tonight. So I watched The Founder. It starred Michael Keaton, Nick Offerman, John Carroll Lynch, Linda Cardellini. I'm a fan of Linda Cardellini. Patrick Wilson was in that. BJ Novak was in that. And Laura Dern. It was directed by John Lee Hancock. And so basically, it's the story of Ray Kroc. And so Ray Kroc is considered the founder of the modern McDonald's Corporation. If you go into most McDonald's, you'll see some sort of plaque on the wall of this man. And what's funny is that having an interest in business and investing and becoming financially independent, over the years, I've gone to my own share of network marketing, multi-level network marketing informationals. And one of the jokes / sayings they tell you at these meetings is that McDonald's does not make the best hamburger. I'm sorry, I said hamburger. McDonald's does not make the best hamburger, but they are the model business. They are the model franchise. And so in the story, in the movie, Ray Kroc is a salesman, who sells milkshake machines from Illinois, and he travels. So he drives across country. This is back in the 1940s and 50s. So there wasn't mass air travel like there is today, or there was prior to COVID-19. But so he basically travels out to the West Coast, and he finds the McDonald's brothers, and they have this cool franchise with cool products, and they have these processes that are in place. And I think at that time they only had one other franchise, and Ray Kroc instantly, now he's bringing in, he's trying to sell them milkshake machines, a milkshake machine for the operation they have going there. But instantly, with his business mind, he can see the setup that they have, and he can see their systems, and he can see the uniforms and the branding, and he could see their operation. And based upon his business mind, he's automatically scaling it up and thinking, okay, we can turn this into something bigger. And so he says, we can franchise this, we can sell these franchises, we can spread these all across the country, and potentially across the world. Now, here's the thing. The McDonald's brothers were only interested in running their one franchise. They weren't interested in expanding the menu. They weren't interested in scaling it up and making it bigger and getting wealthy as hell. They just wanted to do their own little piece. And so Ray Kroc, what's sad about the movie, what's brilliant about the movie is that he figured out how to get in there and partner with them and how to start scaling it up. And then at the end of the movie, he figured out how to basically make himself the head of the whole operation, the head of the whole nationwide operation. So he figured out how to create multiple franchises and how to make himself the chief CEO, the Lord of the Kingdom, while the McDonald's brothers only left with a small piece of anything. So they had the initial idea, is what I'm trying to say, but they lacked the business mind and the vision to scale it up and expand it to what it is now today. And so in doing a more of a retrospective as opposed to a pure review of the movie, I think this is important because you see this throughout life. You see people who are very knowledgeable in their craft, or they're very knowledgeable and proficient in their technical skill, but they don't have the vision to make it a business, and they don't have the thought process to scale it up and make it bigger and to generate profits and to get wealthy. And in this story, to me, that's what this story means and what it signifies, right? The McDonald's brothers, they had a very myopic view. They set up their little model franchise. They had unique ideas. They had unique uniforms. They, at that time, had unique burgers and recipes. And they just wanted to do that little piece, and they just saw it as that little thing. But someone else with the vision came in and said, okay, we can make this so much bigger, and we can create an empire. And that's what Ray Kroc did. And I think there was a movie on, I believe it was either TNT or TBS years ago, based upon Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, and how Apple and Microsoft were conceived and how they emerged. I think Dell was in there as well, and Hewlett Packard, and those kinds of guys in their operations. And it was called The Pirates of Silicon Valley. And Bill Gates, even though he created the company Microsoft, the original technologies, if I recall correctly, were created by Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. I want to say Steve Ballmer. He's the owner of the Clippers. I think he might be a tech guy as well. But the original technologies, the Windows operating system, all those things, those were originally created by Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. Let me look this up really quickly so I'm not creating misinformation here. Just do a quick Google search. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. Okay, so again, this is an example of, sometimes you can have people who have a great idea, some sort of technical expertise or a mastery of their craft, but they don't have the vision to create it, to make it bigger and to create wealth from it. And I think that that's the significance of being the founder. You could probably stream that if you have the proper streaming service. You can order that on Amazon, whatever. But I think that sometimes it's important to look at to revisit and look at the deeper meanings of works and movies and documentaries and books, to look at the larger life and real world lessons. So I'm going to stop this here. Please like this video, please share it, and please subscribe to my channel. And as always, remember that your attitude determines your altitude. Take care, and I'll talk to you the next time. Bye-bye.